So before starting, we can see some itineraries so that it can be helpful really to without looking at map also or without planning much. We'll be having some brief idea if we look at some itineraries. That means a planned no a planned route or a journey before starting itself. So a travel document recording a route or journey. So planned route, having a planned route before starting, it's like a journal or some notes before starting. It can be helpful. So the first in mighty Asian we'll see this is the Asian century. So gone through a great cities and landscapes of Asia is definitely in order. Start your trip in booming Tokyo, a city combining a traditional and ultra modern city, from where you can visit the solemn majesty of and Fuji. Crashing to the continental landmass of Asia, head for Shanghai. So from Tokyo to Shanghai, then the most dynamic city, Shanghai, in the world's fastest changing nation. Then turn your gauge southward to Hong Kong. So Tokyo to Fuji, Fuji to Shanghai, then Hong Kong for fantastic shopping and leisurely ferry trips or lap up the Portuguese ambience in nearby Macau. Next, Hong Kong to Macau. Then jeep across to historic Hanoi to savor its graceful architecture en route to the surreal looking limestone islands of Halong Bay. So Hanoi to Halong Bay. Then returning via Hanoi, hop across to Long Prabang, glistering with temples and on the banks of the Mekong River. Move on to the most old city of Chiang Mai to enjoy a meditation retreat before heading for the awe-inspiring ruins of Siam Reap and Angkor. Skipping south, it's time for a beachside ideal ideal on the Andaman Sea, either at Phuket or Krabi. Move on to Singapore for shopping and for planning your next moves. So Tokyo to Fuji, and then Shanghai, then to Hong Kong, Macau, then Hanoi to Halong Bay, then Prabang, then Mekong, and then Mekong River, then Chiang Mai, Siam Reap, and Angkor, then Phuket or Krabi, then Singapore. So this is the first itinerary. Then the hippie trail, London to Melbourne after Asian Junket. Let us see the London to Melbourne. A right of in the next video, let us see this hippie trail London to Melbourne.